So we're going to talk about the pros and cons about owning a 2020 Scat Pack Charger. I took this car on a trip, 650, 700 miles, something like that. A trip, long trip. I went from Georgia to Miami. It was comfortable. It was fun when I got there. You guys, if you guys been to Miami, you know the car, what is it? You know, the car industry, the car shows are heavy out there. Not even a car show. People like to stunt out there a lot. And this car, let's just say, from everything that I saw out there, from McLaren to Ferrari, this got a lot of attention. And I had just straight piped the car, so we definitely have fun in it. Now, I'm gonna be honest, if anybody is looking to purchase this car and do long trips, it's not your car. It's not what you want. This is not a car you could drive 13 hours, 13, 14 hours. From, let's say, 400 or 500 miles, cool. But after like that 500 miles is pretty much uncomfortable. You really won't bear sitting in here. I promise you, you won't. And you guys might say, well, that's a lot of hours in any vehicle. But when I got to Miami, I rented a Mercedes S-Class, and that S-Class was, it was a cloud. I was so happy to be in there. So happy to be in that car. You guys know how it is when you drive for a long time. The last thing you want to sit inside is another car. When I sat in that S550, I was so happy and relieved. It was crazy. Thinking, this is Alcantara pretty much. This is not leather. Like, it's just the outside. The trim is leather in a sense. So it's very, very uncomfortable. Like, I couldn't bear it. I didn't want to look at this car. I parked the car. I didn't even bother driving it for about 2 days. I was just driving a Mercedes while I was out there in Miami. So it's very uncomfortable. That's floor number one. Floor number two, don't slave yourself to cleaning this car. The exterior, at least. Those wheels are going to get dirty. You got 4 pistons in the back. You got 6 pistons in the front. I literally just had cleaned the car, and I air dry my car. I don't even use towels. I air dried the car, and you already see flakes of dust. Dirty. So floor number 2. Number 3 will be the doors. The doors open real wide, so be very, very careful. A lot of times, you might catch yourself catching the door because it might have opened too wide. I hate that Dodge did that. I don't know why they did that. It looks cool when it's open, like you got, but how often are you at a car show? Second, what is it? Fourth, the attention from people is cool. That'll be on my pro. The attention from cops, it's bad. This is why, as you can see, I'm riding fishbowl. I'm scared to put tents on here. I know cops, but, just because you know a cop doesn't mean they're all going to look out for you. I don't want to put tents on it. I'm scared to put tents on it. That you're going to get pulled over. I did the muffler delete. It's very, very loud. That right there has me a little paranoid because it's loud. It's super loud. I think that's enough. So I haven't been getting looked at as much since I took since I did the muffler delete. I don't get looked at as much. Tents, to me, my opinion, draw a lot of attention. You could do 30%, but at 30%, I'm like, is it even worth it? I'm going to pay $150 to $200 to tint it. I might as well just leave it alone. I love my car's stock. I actually kept my mufflers and my resonators just in case I got to put them back on. The moment I get pulled over, I'm putting them back on. I'm not dealing with that. Less heat. And shout out to all the car enthusiasts and everybody who got the Dodges, you know. But you guys done made it hot. And I'm a hypocrite because, you know, I tend to do the damn thing, you know, when I get an open lane or open route, you know, I'm a step on it. But I haven't been playing games lately, man. A friend of mine, he's with Atlanta PD, and he told me that they literally came out with a division to target us. So be careful, y'all. And honestly, that right there has made me want to get rid of this car. That's why I don't want to do much. We're hot. We're super hot, you know, and you look at what other people do, and it's official, it's cool, it's super cool, it's amazing, and you just kind of want to do it too, you know, like with the wraps, with the tints, with the wheels, with the noise, you know, it's only a matter of time before you go ahead and go for it. You're gonna mod the car basically because you wanted to, you know, you want your Charger to stand out more than everybody else's. You know, it's kind of like it's a friendly competition, I would say. You're tempted to do it because the potential of this car is sky high, but it's getting crazy. It's getting super crazy. And then the theft, that's another con. A lot of these cars are being stolen, you know, so it's the cons are minimal. Nothing the God can't solve. Now the pros, let's get into the pros. The pros, the attention. If you're gonna get a scat pack, do not cheap out. I had the narrow body before this one, and it had no sunroof. It lacked all the options. It was like the real base model, and it was a big mistake. Like, I wanted to trade it in, and I wound up getting this. I got a lot of options. Got the wide body, the wheels, blind spot, sunroof. So this thing is fully loaded. The only thing I'm missing, I would say, is the self-driving tech that comes with the car. That's like an extra $4,000. To each his own. I think it's pointless on a muscle car. I want to drive it. I'll never use that if I had that system, even if I was going long haul. It's something about hearing that engine. You just love to hear the engine. So I thought that was pointless. I'll do another video on the features and how much I paid for it, etc. But do not cheap out. Get the wide body, get the wheels. Spend that extra money. Even if you can't, I would say just don't get it until you have the funds to jump out the window and get it fully loaded. Reason being, I'm not loyal to cars. I switch up cars. I've had 2 brand new cars in less than a year. I thought about getting rid of this one, and honestly, I don't want to. Like, a lot of times I think about it, but then I jump in here, and because it's fully loaded, I'm like, nah, I got everything I need. Like, what am I really getting if I get rid of this car? It'll be speed, basically. That's what I would be trying to upgrade to. I want something fast. Honestly, I really don't want to get rid of it. I want to keep it and get something else. We're gonna do our best. And the only reason why I don't go ahead and, you know, the only reason why I'm thinking not keeping it, maybe trading it in for something else, is because I have a business. I'm a truck driver, so I focus more on my business. This car I've had for 5 months, and I don't even have 5,000 miles on it. I did my first oil change. By the way, I did that myself. You guys are gonna get at me for that, but the whole depreciation thing, I don't keep a car long enough for it to depreciate as much, you know, to where people are gonna ask for the report, the maintenance report. But hopefully I'll keep this one, and I wouldn't care. Honestly, this is like a car that I wouldn't mind having in my garage and looking later on. I'm 30 at 60, God willing. Wow, I kept it. I actually kept it. But again, do not cheap out. That's another pro. And this is for any car. Any car you get, man, do not cheap out. Get the leather, get the, you know, the navigation is semi-pointless. You don't really need that nowadays with the whole CarPlay and whatever these systems work. You know, they definitely work. You just plug your phone, just make sure the phone is gonna pick up on the screen. But do not cheap out. I'm very, very happy with this model with all the features. So that's one pro. Pardon me, I kind of went on about that. Another pro is just a awesome looking car, and for now, since it's an option on the Scat Pack, the wide body and the wheels, you don't see them much because it is steep. It's, you talking, I think it's $6 grand. So let's say this car is 40 base, you know, another 6, and that's what I'm saying. You know, if you're gonna finance this car, you finance it $40,000, you might as well jump out the window, you know, and get all the options. You know, again, I'll save that for another video, how much I paid, but just jump out the window. You know, you won't regret it. I leave this car when I go get gas, when I park in certain positions, like I'll turn the wheel and it just looks so good. Like this wide body definitely makes the car stand out. This might be a shot to the narrow bodies, but I don't even look at the narrow body the same. You know, the only way I kind of, you know, I'm on a wow factor when I see a Scat Pack is when people got it tuned up. Like when you see the, you know, the color scheme and the stripes, you know, when people got it decked out. That's the only, but if it's just plain and you ain't got no stripes, you know, you got the 245s on it, you know, with all due respect, to me, it doesn't look the same. The wide body changes the game. The wide body definitely changes the game. So it's something to be conscious of when you get one of these. You know, again, make sure you get the options. Cool car again. The attention. I thought I liked the attention till I got this car, and the attention is super crazy. There's a lot of attention. It gets a bit overwhelming at times, but you know, it's still cool. Like I debadged the car. People mistaking it for a Hellcat. I'm not trying to impersonate. I want one. You know, I wish I had a Hellcat. I didn't debadge it behind that. I debadge all the cars I own. It's just like, how do you say? It's my signature. You know, it's kind of like dogs pissing on their territory. That's what I do. You're gonna know it's my car. Why? Because it has no badges on it. I could own a damn Toyota Corolla. I'm taking off them badges. You know what I mean? You're gonna think I'm driving a Camry. So what? That's just me though. You know, I'm not trying to portray anything. I just is me. You know, that's what I do. Comfortable, again, not for long haul, but for short haul, definitely. Oh, I shouldn't even have to say this. I almost forgot. Fuel. I don't mean to sound bougie. It's not the money, because I know I was gonna spend a lot of money on fuel. It's more the inconvenience part. It's like, damn, I gotta come into the, you know, into the fuel station again. Like I gotta get fuel again, and that's just the inconvenience of it. Yeah, it costs, whatever. You know that. But my thing is, it just, you get tired of going to the gas station. It's like, damn, I got one more stop. You know what I mean? So again, don't get this car to run long. Make sure it's your back to work, you know, like that. It don't spend much. Again, I'm a truck driver. I'm hardly home, so I hardly drive this thing, but you know, I don't don't fuel. I don't fuel like that. But for somebody who's for a daily driver, this it could get crazy. Just letting y'all know right now. I hope you don't work too far. If you're driving, I live in Georgia. The average commute is about 30 to 40 miles. Don't do that. You know, don't consider this. You see it, that on the sticker, on the window sticker, to say something like $2,400 a year on fuel. That's a lot. You know what I'm saying? So for all of y'all that's out there car shopping, make sure y'all look at that. Definitely look at that. But aside from that, it's a fun car. Like, it's a lot of times I wake up and I say, today I'm gonna just take it easy and just drive normal, like a normal human being. I go out the window the moment I get in here. I'm stepping on it, only because I love to hear that engine. I love to hear that growl, and it's fun. You know, it's definitely fun. You definitely, it's a toy. It makes you feel like a kid again. You know, it's a dope car. It's a dope car. Again, comfortable going anywhere. You could travel 200 or 300 miles comfortably, but after the 4 to 5, you're tired. You really don't want to. You're gonna hate this car. After 400 or 500 miles, you're gonna hate this car. Look, narrow body. I probably see it past me. Real nice. They all look nice. That white, I love the white. The only thing I didn't like about this color, about this car, was the color, the gray. But it grew on me. It definitely grew on me. At night, it looks black. So it plays with you. That's about the only thing I could say. And the only reason why I didn't order it, I actually went online and was playing with the packages. I was building one, and I built one, and I was like, all right, this is the one. And then when I went to a dealer, the guy that was supposed to buy it, I guess he backed out, and he had it built the way I would have built it. And that's why I bought it. But the only thing I would have changed would have been the color. And for the color, I'm not waiting 2 months. I'm sorry. It's not that serious. The gray gets dirty. I miss white. White doesn't get dirty as much as, you know, at least it doesn't look dirty. But I had the white one, I had the scat piece in white, and I didn't wash my car for weeks. And it was very, very, like it wasn't noticeable. This is noticeable. 2-3 days you out, you come back in the house, you're like, damn, I need to wash the car. But you know, another pro, SRT is diminished. They getting rid of the SRT brand. I say that's a pro because these cars are gonna be like unicorns, you know, and I believe, that's what I think. I'm not saying that because I'm a fan. I just really think so. You know, it's kind of like the old Chargers, you know, the ones that look like the Challengers, the 1970s, etc. Those, you know, they're gonna look really, really good in the future. It's gonna be like, wow, remember those? They had a hell of a run. It's gonna be awesome to see one of these, especially like this widebody. You're gonna be able to see, you know, you'll be thinking, wow, I remember when they did that. They started throwing the wide bodies on it, or they made it an option. You know, dope. This car is gonna be, you know, I believe it's gonna go down in history. First of all, a lot of y'all out there could say y'all done wrap one of these. You know, second of all, you see them everywhere. I'm one of many doing a review on this car. The way it drives, you know, the fuel, that right there, you know, it's something you're always gonna remember about these cars. And a 6.4, there's very few cars you can say got an engine this big. What else? The blind spot monitor. When you drive and you pass a ramp, it'll keep on blinking, and there's no cars next to you. That might be a feature, might be a flaw. I don't know why that happens. Curious. But pay attention for y'all who own this car, or let me know if I'm wrong. Maybe it's something wrong with my car, but it does that. It blinks if I'm in the right lane. Let's say there's 3 lanes. If I'm in the right lane and I pass a ramp, there's no cars that keep blinking. That could be a safety feature. Just, you know, the sensor telling you keep looking. You know, somebody could pop up. Maybe that's what me and my girl we thought could be. Other than that, again, the cons, very, very minimal. The pros outweigh the cons. Again, you know, it's something definitely to consider when getting one of these cars. You ain't gonna be fuel efficient. This thing burns. It's definitely an 8. It'll remind you ain't, you know, it'll remind you that you definitely in an 8. Also, the handle, the 305s on all corners is definitely an upgrade, and this has the adaptive suspension option too. It handles very, very well. You just gotta warm the tires up. You gotta warm the tires up because the tires were cold, and I wound up stepping on the car and I almost lost control. Put me in a predicament. It was traffic coming, and I wound up stepping in it, trying to, you know, I wound up stepping on it, trying to beat traffic, and I almost spunt out crazy. So be careful. Make sure you warm the tires up. These are Pirellis all weather. If need be, I'll get the same tires. I definitely like these tires. Good traction. You know, again, all season. I like the profile too. The width is cool. Makes the car look real good, and they're good tires. But yeah, in the rain, definitely handles well. I could put this car on track mode. By the way, I hardly ever. This is probably like my 5th time, 5,000 miles owning this car, putting it on track mode. I just put it on there. I never use it. Again, I took the mufflers and the resonators also on track mode. You know, the dampers open up, the car gets louder. But even in track mode, you could drive this thing in the rain and still have control. With them 245s, too much power for them wheels. That's why I feel like Dodge lacked that crazy. They should have never did that. That was like a, you know, to me, that's like a prank. That's like playing a prank on somebody, putting 245s on a car that got a 6.4 engine. But yeah, man, I'm gonna get to the house. I'm gonna pull over. I'm gonna take some shots of the car. Definitely love this car. What will we get next? I don't know. I kind of know, but I have a family, so I need the extra seats. But what I want is a 2-seater. I really, really want a 2-seater. I don't know. I'm spontaneous, so I don't want to say. I don't want to spoil the surprise, because it might not be the surprise. I might stay with this, might not. Who knows? You know, I get bored quick. But this is not a car that's boring. Not boring at all. Like, I don't know. You're gonna have fun. You're definitely gonna have fun. This is track mode right now. It definitely feels faster. They're all different. People say, "Oh, it sounds the same." No, it don't. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, you know, if you think it sounds the same, pull up to somebody and tell them to rev it on street, sport, and track. It's not the same. Definitely not the same. I actually stopped here by CarMax. My girl, she's car shopping rather. She's in the market for a car. So we're gonna come here later. I just came to see what they got, you know, quick peek. But saying? The handle is official. From the narrow body, they definitely did their thing. You know, with the wide body, the adjustment, adaptive suspension. That definitely makes the car handle really, really good. Looks cool too. I got that. My package come with that stitching on the dashboard. Easy to clean too. You know what I'm saying? That I don't know, plastic rubber material type. When you wipe it down, it's a week or so before the dust start piling. Other than that, you know, again, I'm happy. I definitely recommend it. Again, if you got another vehicle, cool, you could get this. You know, if it's gonna be like a weekend car, I would definitely recommend this. I got a truck. I got an F-250 Ford that doesn't burn as much as this. It's old too. It's old too. And it don't burn as much as this. Like, I can count the times I done put fuel in my Ford F-250. I lost count a long time ago. When I first got this car, I lost count on how many times I fueled. But yeah, I'd get it. I definitely would get one. To work on it, everything is spread out decently. You know, you can kind of stick your hand in. If you look at like European cars, everything is crammed, so that's a plus. I feel like, you know, after 100,000 miles of owning this car, if anything happens, if I need to change anything, it'll be simple. What else? Car is dope, super dope. The handle gets really good on track. The steering is precise. Anywhere you put it, that's where it's going. I like that. Again, the 305s, they hug, they grip real good. Grip real good. But don't be playing around in the rain, because I still don't trust it 100%. But from the 245s, it's definitely more of a 70, you know, 70, honey, you know, 17. With 245s is 2010. Pardon me, 210. 10 being the highest, 245s in the rain, a 2. This in the rain, 10 being the highest, 7, 6, 6, 7. But it's fun though. That's what I should have been doing with y'all. Look, that's another thing, man. You know, I'm out here just casually trying to do a video for y'all, and I already want to have fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, I forgot I'm in this. I could do this. This is what we do. Shout out to the Mustang drivers. Follow me on TikTok at Car Language. I post a lot of funny videos. I'll be on my comedian-ish. You know, I made a video. It had like 60,000 views. I took a shot at the Stangs. You know, I ain't got no beef with y'all. You know, y'all started it. If you ask me, I don't care about that. You buy what you like. You like what you like. I like Mustangs. I just can't have them. You know, that's a 2-seater. So what? It got 4 seats. That's a 2-seater. A Mustang is a 2-seater. No one's sitting in the back. You know what I'm saying? My jeans are tall people jeans. So my kids are tall. I got one kid. She's tall. She's 7 years old, and she's taller than everybody in her class. People mistake her for a 10-year-old. A Mustang is not for me. A Camaro is not for me. You know, I love the ZL1. I love the Corvette. The CA Corvette to me is by far one of the top 5 cars out right now. Top 5, hands down. You know, in that supercar territory too. You could throw a Lambo in there, whatever, McLaren, all that. It don't matter. That C8 needs to be up there. That car needs to be praised. Again, you know, I don't care about none of that. You buy what you like. I love the Mustang. That 500 is crazy. That's super crazy. And yes, it will kill this. A 5.0 is crazy. It's just, you know, the two-seater thing. And they're a lot more common. Again, I'll mention that Pro again. I love this car because I made a mistake. And do it on manual. I love this car because the whole wide body option, it's still fresh. So a lot of people don't really got it. A lot of people don't got it. So when you see it, you know, it's still wow. It's still, you know, it still surprises you, like, oh wow, wide body. You know, but Mustangs, you're constantly seeing them, you know. And another thing I hate about the Stings, they don't have a sunroof. You know, you pay all that money, you don't get a sunroof. That's whack to me. That's super whack. I hate that. But to each his own, buy what you like. This your boy Easy at Car Language. Y'all be safe out there. You know, please stop making us hotter, man. We already hot. You know, we had some idiot doing donuts in the 285 or the 75 in Atlanta. That made